What is going on, YouTube? My name is Dave the Rip One. For those of you who have never seen a video of mine before, I say that because I usually don't do these kind of videos. I usually post footage of games like Fight Night Champion, Grand Theft Auto 5, and just gameplay and commentaries, montages, things like that. But with that being said, obviously by the title of this video, this is a review video, and it's for The Walking Dead. And those who know me know that I'm a huge zombie fan, man. Anything to do with zombies, zombie movies, zombie games, zombie comic books, excluding the Walking Dead comic books. I didn't know about it before the show, and they're so hard to get a hold of now that the show is so big. But I love zombies. If I had to choose a way for the world to go to shit, it would be zombies. So with that being said, let's go ahead and jump right into it. Walking Dead Season 4. About 6 or 7 months has passed from what I've read and stuff since the last episode where we saw the death of Andrea. Finally, fuck that whore, never liked her. And we saw the death of Merle. That kind of sucked. I liked Merle even though he was a dick. He was Merle, man. He unapologetic. He was who he was. And I liked the loyalty that he showed to his brother, even though he could give a fuck about pretty much anybody else. He went out like a true champion and redeemed himself. Andrea kind of did too, but I still, she's a whore for, being with the governor. And then once she found out her friends were still alive, she didn't immediately, jump ship and go back to the group. So fuck her for that. But about 6 or 7 months has passed since the last season, and you can see that things around the prison have really changed for the better. They're starting to be more of like a community, and they're starting to thrive and not just survive. You see the crops growing, you see the pigs, you see the the livestock, all kinds of stuff, man. They've got running showers now. They've got a council, kind of like a government. So they're really starting to come together, and things are looking good for them. And in a show like this, that can only mean one thing: things are about to get worse. Things are about to get a lot worse. And you see that right off the bat. First thing that struck me was obviously the walkers. They're not spread out anymore. They're congregating to one place. You see Carol and Daryl, talking about that. And are they together now? Who knows, man. I'd love to see that happen. I love both characters, and for an old lady, Carol's hot. She's a MILF. I'd bang her for show. So, and Daryl doesn't really have anybody else, you know what I mean? Maggie's taken, her sister, I don't know her name, I can't remember it for the life of me. Not only is she taken, but she's jailbait. So, I'd like to see that happen. And also, you see the relationship between Michonne and Rick has changed a little bit, so I don't know if that's going to eventually lead to something. Wouldn't mind seeing that either. Michonne is a badass, and that makes her hot as fuck. But like I was saying, the zombies around the fence, they're no longer, spread out. So what's going on there, guys? Obviously the first thing that comes to my mind with the deer carcasses you see around, little pieces of deer and shit. And from the trailers that you've seen, obviously something's going on there. I think someone is feeding the zombies. Is it the governor? Is it someone with the governor? Also the new guy, the new black guy, I don't know his name. Obviously if I read the comic books I probably would, so if somebody could fill me in on that, I should probably do my research before I do a review video. I know it's my first time, so I'm gonna get better. Just stick with me if you will. I don't trust him. I just don't. There's something about him. You see that when they went to the big spot, you see him walk by the alcohol, so obviously he was an alcoholic. And I don't know. I just don't trust him. Maybe he was sent in to infiltrate the group by the governor. You see him waiting outside the store before they go in. I don't know what that's about, if it has any significance at all. But yeah, I just don't like him. And then the thing with the pig, you see the pig die. So, that's a red flag. You see it sick at first, and at the end, towards the end of the show, you see it die. Rick with the crazy bitch. This is spoiler alert, so I'm gonna make sure I put in the title spoiler alert for anybody who hasn't saw the show yet. But if you haven't saw the show yet, what the fuck are you doing? You're a Walking Dead fan, be a Walking Dead fan and be on it. Yeah. Rick goes out to check the snares and he meets this crazy bitch. She's trying to get a boar back to her husband who is ill or sick or something. I can't remember what she said. And right off the bat, you know, something's not right with this chick. She's fucking batshit crazy. Rick knows it too, but you know, hopefully he's seeing, you know, 2 more potential group members that can be, you know, once they knock the crazy out of him, get him back to civilization, what's left of it, or what, you know, new civilization that they have. Maybe they could be useful members of the group. So he tries to go and help her husband. He gives her a sandwich. He pretty much tells her, "I'll shoot you, bitch. You fuck around, I will shoot you." And of course, you know, she ends up trying to kill Rick. They go back to the camp, and all you see is the bag just moving up and down of the dead husband chomping. Rick's like, "What the fuck?" She tries to stab him with a knife, and then she pleads her case, you know, about not wanting to be without him. She kills herself, and Rick, knowing that all he's been through and how close that he could have gotten with that when he was seeing Lori and all this other stuff, he ends up letting her just turn. Now, whether that will prove to be a mistake, like, you know, like Carl said in season 3, when you have a chance to take out a threat and you don't take out a threat, bad things have happened. Lori died, T-Dog died, you know what I mean, a lot of bad things have happened, simply because, you know, Rick hasn't been able to pull the trigger, or somebody hasn't been able to do what needed to be done. And in that fashion, I think the group would be better off if Shane was still around, because Shane would have no problem you know, killing these prisoners, killing the governor on sight when they had the chance and when they met. So, yeah, time will tell if that proves to be a mistake. What else? Talking about things going wrong. Obviously, from the trailers, you see a lot of bad shit going on. They eventually get into the prison. You see the scene with Tyrese outside the car, surrounded by walkers, taking them out one by one like a motherfucking beast. He's got to be my new favorite character. So yeah, man, like, it's just about to get bad, and from the trailer you can just see that it's gonna be an action-packed season. I just cannot fucking wait. I'm so glad the show is back. At the end of The Walking Dead, you see that the Patrick kid is sick. You see it during story time that he's not feeling well, and at the end of the show he ends up dying. He ends up turning into a zombie, and he ends up doing it right there by the water supply, where the shower water supply. So I'm interested to see how that's going to play into it, you know, what's going to happen there. If him dying leads to, you know, the zombies getting in somehow, if he kills some people and they got to scramble and end up letting these walkers in. Hopefully, you know, they'll be able to take out one kid. But that leaves the problem of, again, where is this coming from? You know what I mean? How did he get sick? How did the pig get sick? Is it somebody who is poisoned, you know, with walkers or whatever, poison the water supply? Has the virus mutated and it's airborne now? You can get it just from, you know, breathing or doing whatever. It's all interesting stuff, and I can't wait to see, you know, what comes of it. I don't think I've left too much out. The big spot, you know, where all the zombies came through the ceiling and all that. The Maggie's sister's boyfriend ended up dying there, trying to save the shifty guy. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I think I pretty much covered everything. I truly hope you guys have enjoyed listening to this. I understand, and you know, it's the first time I've tried to do this. It's probably not the best review you guys are gonna hear, or best review out there, but you know, it is what it is. I try, and hopefully you guys enjoyed enough to stick around through the whole thing. And we'll tune in next week, because I'm going to try and do a review each week, and hopefully, you know, I can get some of my friends, or hopefully some new friends that I meet through doing this, to get on it with me. You know what I mean? It's a lot easier to do these reviews with more than one person. I know my friend Fight Night's Finest, he's a fan of the show. I don't know, Sakuraba1982. Check those two guys out if you haven't. If you know, they would be interested in getting in and doing a collab or review with me, I would be awesome. So here's your invitation, open invitation to anybody else who wants to get in on it with me. And yeah, again, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Like, leave a comment on any of the things that I've said, and tell me what you think is going on with the whole fence, virus mutating, Brick not killing the crazy bitch, that'll be a problem. Just anything you guys want to comment about, I'm happy to hear it. I'm happy to interact with you. And this is it. This is your boy, David Rip One. Nice to meet you guys who haven't been to my channel before. And I'm out this. Peace.